Am I ready today? Yes. Yes, I am. Welcome back to another uncut episode of Witch Bitch Tarot Podcast. I'm your host, Kristen. You can call me witch or you can call me bitch. I'm gonna bring you down a little bit and see how that works. You're so wobbly up there. It's like one false move and you'll wobble. Okay. We'll deal with it later. Am I ready today? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm actually going to put you guys down a little bit lower. So I guess I'm not ready. One day I'll get it together. One day. One day. Okay. I hope that's better. I hope that's better. One day I'm going to start recording and I'm just going to be like, are you guys ready? It will happen one day. Today is going to be juicy because on this episode, I was in a rabbit hole last night until like 1 o'clock in the morning. Didn't even realize it. Like, oh. Oof. I want to get one more thing about the number 12. We're going to talk about the number 12 a little bit today. 56. We're also going to talk about the number 12 today. Oh. I'm tired. I was up until like 1 a.m. in a fucking rabbit hole. No, longer than that. Like, probably like at least 2 o'clock in the morning in a fucking rabbit hole about what we're going to talk about today. And I was fucking shooketh. For one, I'm shooketh because I never realized it. And for two, I'm shooketh because I was like, why have I never realized it? It's one of those. Okay? It's one of those. Oh, quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Let me be your woman. Woman. Quiet on the set. Okay, new episode. Quiet on the set, quiet on the set. See, I'm starting. We're only 3 minutes. We're only 3 minutes out. And I'm starting. You should be proud of me because I'm proud of me. Quiet on the set. Hey, stupid. Welcome back to another episode of Witch Bitch Tarot Podcast. If you are new here, welcome. I am your host, Kristen. You can call me witch or you can call me bitch. It really doesn't matter. Just put some respect on that shit. I do have a slight disclaimer. If you are easily offended or faint of heart, bitch, I am not for you. I am not your reader, your guide, your interpreter, your numerologist, your astrologer. I cannot help you with your journey today. That doesn't mean it cannot change and it will not change. I'm okay with that. You have to be. Today is April 28th, 2022. It is the 118th day of the year. We have 248 days left this year. The moon is waning. It's about 27.3 days old, 5% full. The color of the day is green, so we know that's about abundance, money, fertility, growth. Some great incense to burn today or diffuse are cedar, nutmeg, clove, and myrrh. The words of the day: good luck, wealth, abundance, legal matters, and male fertility. I was in a rabbit hole last night. So this episode is going to be astrology / numerology. We're still going to have our card of the day. We're still going to have our crystal of the day. And I'm going to try to keep it at like 25 minutes. I'm really going to try. So if you hear me foaming or you hear me talking fast, it's because I'm trying to get it all into one episode. Because I'm excited. Let me say this. Nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. And when we go and try to find and understand things around us and they fall into place so seamlessly, it kind of leads me to believe what we're told versus what is the actual truth. Today we're going to be talking about the Last Supper and Zodiac and the 12 disciples and Jesus. In honor of my merch, some of my samples came in today, and it was just so coincidental that this is what I was talking about. And I was like, this is perfect. My merch came in today. My Jesus Love Witches shirt, the samples came in. I love them. They're amazing. I'm going to wash them so I can wear them for you guys. If you guys didn't know, I have merch. Make sure you go to witchbitchtarot.com. Also, at about 8 o'clock every morning, we stream live on YouTube, so you can get all of the visuals and you get to see what I'm talking about. And it's uncut. So some of the stuff I cut out of this episode is on the YouTube uncut episode. I was rabbit holing for like hours yesterday, and I was supposed to be fucking sleeping. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and it all started with me and my friend talking, and I was helping her understand birth charts more and how to understand herself better, and how she can use her birth chart in a daily manner for her to understand like what's going to go on and how she can operate, right? And then I got in a rabbit hole. So, in honor of our merch, Jesus Love Witches, we're going to be talking about the 12 disciples, astrology, constellations, and the Last Supper. So we know the story about the Last Supper, right? Like it was Jesus' Last Supper before he was crucified. And then he turned into a zombie and rose. Take it how it resonates. But, and it's funny because I was rabbit holing about this. This is why I'm like, my phone is listening to me. My phone be listening to me. TikTok be listening to me. Because I was rabbit holing about this all last night. And then like maybe the second or third TikTok that I saw this morning was about the Last Supper. And I was like, okay, let me watch what I say. So we know that we have 12 constellations or 12 zodiac signs. There's also 12 disciples. 13 if you include Jesus, 13 things in the sky if we include the sun, right? I need to stop doing that. I was listening to my episode and I was like, anyway. We know the number 12 breaks down to the number 3. I want to get into the number 12 really quick when we talk about the higher numbers. So 12, if someone puts you in charge of a large matter or enterprise, you should consider why You are being given the opportunity because it may not be all it appears to be. You should avoid being too selfish or self-sacrificing or becoming a victim. That's what the number 12 represents. So if you see the number 12. So if we break it down, numerically speaking, because we know we break it down to singular digits, it's the number 3. 3 is an extroverted number. It represents Mars, Aries, and Scorpio. If you know, you know. You saw my face. If you know, you know. Number 3 holds the energy of the ram, and it is of the element fire. It's great for your throat chakra. Okay? It's about fertility, completion, and rebirth. The positive traits of the number 3: joyful, sociable, friendly, an inspiring teacher, an explorer, outgoing, creative, an artist, intuitive with good insight, intelligent, charming. Some of the negative traits of the number 3: self-centered, moody, impulsive, arrogant, boastful, tends to exaggerate, good starter but poor finisher. That's what she said. Scattered energy. The number 3 represents creative enterprise and growth. This number suggests that material benefits will come to this person. You may have a desire to suggest that, you may have a desire to act, or you may have the love of music, but your circumstances could constantly change and would encourage you to do the same thing when you are young. Okay. So that's the number 12 and the number 3. Okay, I hope you're keeping Jesus in mind when I was reading those. So we have the 12 disciples. When I tell y'all bitches, I was fucking drooling rabbit holing. And I never connected the dots. So then we have our 12 zodiac signs. We have our 12 disciples. We have Bartholomew, James the Less, Andrew, Judas, Peter, John, or Mary, in reference to the Last Supper. John or Mary. Jesus. Oh, excuse me. Take Jesus out. He's not a disciple. Anyway, Thomas, James, Philip, Matthew, what is it? Thaddeus, and then Simon/Peter. Because remember, one of the Peters, Peter got his name switched because Jesus was like, "Oh, bitch, you Peter. You Simon now." Bitch, you Simon. So then we have our constellations. I'm not going to read them in any order. I'm just reading them. We have Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus, and Aries. I think I said them all. I was just going off. So if we look at the Last Supper from left to right as we read, it goes Bartholomew, James, Andrew, Judas, Peter, and then they say it's John, but we know it's Mary. Jesus is in the middle. On the other side of Jesus is Thomas, James, Philip, Matthew, Thaddeus, and then Simon Peter. If you look at the table, they're all in bunches of 3. If you look at the table, all of the disciples are in bunches of 3. And then we know the Holy Trinity between Jesus, John/Mary, because people are like, that's John, bitch. He just got long hair, looks like a bitch. No, bitch, that's Mary. So we know we have the womb, the Holy Trinity, between John, Mary. I'm going to call John Mary. I'm going to call that motherfucker John Mary. And Jesus. Okay. So they're all bunched in 3s. Not only at this Last Supper picture are they all bunched in threes? But the four legs separate these bunches at the bottom of the table. What else do we have four of? We have four elements. We have four seasons. Our 12 constellations are divided into four sections of three. When we look at the number 4, right? It's introverted. It is of earth, opposite of the sun. If we think of Jesus as the sun, right? Opposite of the sun. It is of the element earth. It's about solidarity, reliability, and the law, right? Because the disciples were out here scattering like, bitch, ain't nothing like Christian non-consent. It's the number 4 is about common sense and materialism, positive traits, good organizers, good messenger, hard workers, logical, realistic, upholds status, displays a sense of order and puts roots down. The negative traits, of the number 4, stubborn, slow, shy, confused thinking, unimaginative, materialistic, and argumentative. I hope you guys are still with me. I hope you're still with me. So, in the Gregorian, however the fuck you say that, calendar, the year starts in January. But if you are into astrology, we know that the year actually starts in April, in spring, because spring brings new beginnings. So we start something new, right? So the actual calendar, we start in spring. Also, we know this because the first constellation in the sky is Aries. So if we look at the different traits of each disciple, it matches a zodiac sign. How they're sitting at the table at the Last Supper also is in the order of the zodiacs and the constellations in the schizi. So Bartholomew, so we know we start with Aries because that's the beginning of the year. So from left to right, starting with Aries, it would go Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. We know Pisces is the 12th zodiac. We know Aries is the first zodiac. So if we go through the pictures of the Last Supper and we look at the traits of each one of these, Bartholomew represents Aries, even throughout the Bible, whole and whole, even the different traits. James represents Taurus, very stubborn and can be a little bit bullheaded. Andrew, remember, was a two-faced motherfucker. This is also why I was like, this is why I know fucking Cancers are toxic as fuck, because Judas represents Cancer and Judas betrayed fucking Jesus. Peter represents Leo the lion. This is how I was like, bitch, I'm on to something. I don't know if you just heard me gulp because my mouth was fucking watering. John/Mary represents Virgo. We know that the Virgo is the virgin, right? Then we have the Son, which is Jesus. Thomas, who was always playing devil's advocate or trying to balance out the scale in the Bible, represents Libra. James the Great, right, represents Scorpio. Philip the Sagittarius, that would always have some shit to say to Jesus, he represents Sagittarius. Matthew is a Capricorn. Think about how straightforward and ready to work and spread the good word of the Lord Matthew was. Thaddeus represents Aquarius. We didn't hear about him much because that motherfucker was always out helping people, being the humanitarian that he is. He was like one of the hardest working disciples, but they never really talked about him. Y'all, when I tell you I was fucking rabbit holing, bitch, I was rabbit holing. Then we have Simon Peter, Pisces. Remember, like, that motherfucker was a little bit squirmy, and they say that he was the favorite disciple because they said he was also connected. And we know Pisces astrologically is our most divinely connected to the astral world. So then breaking it down even into the seasons, we have the spring. So Bartholomew, James, Andrew is the spring, Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Then we have the summer, Judas, Peter, John, Mary, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. The fall, Thomas, James, Philip, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. And then the winter, Matthew, Thaddeus, Simon, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. I could go on more, but we're already at 17 minutes. Long story short, in my rabbit hole, somebody's not telling the truth. Leonardo da Vinci knew what was up. And also, like, I was looking at the picture, like, that picture is not, like, for me, it's not accurate representation of where they were at. Like, even looking at the background. And if you even look at the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, there's only 11 pieces of bread on the table. Even though, like, some of the bread is in front of Jesus. And I don't know why they fucking be thinking John Mary is a man. Like, that is a bitch. Like, that is a bitch. Like, even Andrew, the Gemini in the pictures, like, whoa, wait a minute, motherfucker. Like, we can get crazy. We can get crazy. Like, it's, if you look at it and you break it down astrologically and you look at the movements or the stilled movements of the signs, if we break it down, it fits those signs' traits. Not only characteristically, but even like in the actions that they're making. So if you have a chance today, or pull this up while you're listening to it. I know that those watching on YouTube, you guys are asking me for a picture, but like I don't want to lift it up and show y'all. So Google that shit really quick and take a gander at it. Back to the originally scheduled program. It's just crazy. And I was like, yo, I gotta tell somebody. I gotta tell somebody. I have to fucking tell somebody. Today is a great day to cut your hair, quit smoking, start a diet to lose weight, perform demolition, wash wooden floors, kill plant pest, harvest, mow to slow growth, pick apples and pears. So if you need to wash your wooden floors before performing demolition so you can pick these apples so you can quit smoking, today's a great day. Today's a great day for that. Today, the crystal of the day. One of my favorites. Love this for me. It's one of those hits every fucking chakra crystals. Polychrome Jasper. And I have a Polychrome Jasper flame. Polychrome Jasper flame. Where did I get this, you ask? crystalpisces.com. Duh, stupid. What other plug do you know that I have? None. I fucking love this. Polychrome Jasper is awesome as fuck. So we know it hits every chakra. It's great for past life recall, new beginnings, motivation, knowledge, soothing, wisdom, stress relief, resolution, peace of mind, ancient knowledge, empathy, determination, confidence, clarity, and the list literally goes the fuck on. It is of the planet Earth, Zodiac signs it represents is Pisces and Aquarius. It is of the element earth and fire. It ranges from red, it says red, brown, green, purple. But we know that like even like in the one that I have, it doesn't look red. It's like more of like a brown color, but obviously like you can see at some of the points like it's starting to turn a little bit red. On the hardness scale, it's from a 7 to an 8. Polychrome Jasper, also known as desert jasper, is a variety of jasper recently discovered in Madagascar. In 2008, while exploring more deposits of highly desired ocean jasper, the first deposit of polychrome was accidentally discovered. Since then, 2 additional deposits have been found throughout the island. Interesting to note that all materials must be hang dried due to the difficult terrain and conditions. Polychrome jasper is a form, it only forms in huge masses, and got its original name, desert jasper, from the distinct shades of brown, red, and tan. So Polychrome Jasper is a stone that helps you embody one's true self, helps you channel energies, to get closer to yourself. It also like can reduce stress, anxiety. I also use it like when I'm doing shadow work. Just to help like with the recall of what I'm going through, or maybe like in a past life, it's something similar. So it helps me with that. And I love the energy on it. It feels fucking amazing. Da Vinci was a genius because he had the gift to see the future. He was in touch with numerous aspects of true reality. He was also connected with the secret societies. Honestly, like, bitch, I want to know about these secret societies, and how come they haven't asked me, because I can keep a fucking secret. And I honestly feel some type of way that they think that I can't. And I know that they hear me, obviously. So, like, why can't I be part of your secret society? Knocks that door. It's like, like, why can't I be a part of your secret society? Like, am I too, like, the fuck? The card of the day comes from the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. I was doing a tarot tour yesterday with my friend, and ASMR. And I was like, I really don't use this deck because I'm not really connected with it. And I just haven't been like, I've maybe used this deck like once or twice. It was a gift to me. So I was like, let's use it today. But I will say this, when I was looking at it and going through it, like I was seeing things different a little bit. The card of the day today is number 43, the Owl Spirit. You see it clearly now. The Oracle message for the Owl Spirit. Owl Spirit arrives to remind you that the wisdom within you is informed by your keen sense of wisdom within the consciousness we all share. Even in the darkest night, the owl sees clearly and is guided by every sense it has, including the first sense of intuition. Right now, your sensitiveness is turbocharged, and you are receiving messages from all directions. The owl spirit reminds you to be wise and pay attention to what's between the lines. What is invisible to the naked eye? What cannot be heard with the eyes? And what others may not be able to perceive with all the senses around, with all of your senses aroused. You have much knowledge available to you. Clarity will come to you as you sit with all that as you sit with all that you are sensing, allow your intuition to guide you in understanding the whole and not just the parts. Listen to your wisdom arise and be your guide as you trust the audacity of all your senses. Intuition is real and can be provided and can provide the clarity you need to understand your situation right now. Your relationship, your finances, your job, whatever it is, you can see the truth clearly now. Protection message. As you are feeling overwhelmed and overpowered by all that you are sensing, are you highly sensitive right now and all information and in information overload, feeling too much, talking too much? Oh my gosh. The antidote for overwhelm is to become grounded and return to your nest safely, where your wisdom can add clarity and guide you to manage your flow. Take a breath and ground yourself in reality. My gosh. I swear I know how to read. Thank you guys for listening. I could not do this without you, and I wouldn't want to. I appreciate you. I'm so thankful for you. Don't forget to head over to witchbitchtarot.com to see everything I have to offer and to book your private reading. Check out that fucking merch as well. As you know, hoes will be hoes. Bitches will be bitches. But you never know when it comes to witches. Which bitch is which? And no, I do not sell owls, so stop fucking asking. Isn't that shit crazy about, like, I had to cut it off because, like, I know, like, I was gonna keep fucking going. Like, I could have gone on for an eternity about that shit. Like, when I tell you my mouth was fucking salivating and I was like, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody thought that I was like, you know, but I wasn't. I was just reading shit about Jesus and the 12 disciples and the fucking, what do you call it? The zodiac signs. Like, that's wild as fuck. And I was like, bro, I never fucking connected the dots. And then when I started looking at like the numerical shit about it, I was just like, bro, I should have done a separate fucking video because my God, like, my mouth was watering. I have a whole good notes thing that I was like, because I take notes in my good notes. And like, I was like, okay, bitch, like, if it doesn't fit on this paper, you can't fucking talk about it. I can definitely listen to, yes, definitely have to do some research myself. So interesting. It's so fucking interesting. And then, like, I was looking and I'm like, that's when, like, my rabbit holing started getting really fucking deep, when I was like, oh, bitch, John Mary, the Virgin Mary, and you're telling me that motherfucker is John? That's a bitch in the Last Supper picture. Let me pull up the picture. I was fucking salivating. And I also want to do, like, I had to go to sleep. But I also want to look at, like, when Jesus met each disciple, or when they came to him, like, astrologically, like, if it was in that season. But it's also very hard to, like, pinpoint time in the Bible. So it's just like, y'all, I'm about to pull up the picture now that I'm not recording. Like, my mouth is fucking watering because, like, look, it's still on my phone. When I tell you I was fucking, like, I was watching videos and everything. Like, oh shit, that's an advertisement. Like, like, I was watching videos and everything. Like, when I tell y'all, like, I opened my internet and that's what it was. Like, bro. And then also, like, if you think, like, this is another thing that I was fucking, when I was looking, they're also saying that, like, if you put the disciples with the zodiac representatory, whatever the fuck, with different parts of your body, like they're saying, like Peter's the pineal gland, Thomas I think is the right brain, Matthew's the left brain, like, bro, let me show y'all a picture of this Last Supper, because like thinking about it is making my mouth water more. Oh my gosh. I heard years ago the original had Mary in the painting, but he took her out. Mary is still in the painting. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all cannot fucking sit here and tell me that John is like, that this is a fucking John. Like, this bitch is not a fucking John, bro. Like, that's a Mary. That's a fucking Mary. How do I make this so bigger? Like, that's a fucking Mary, bro. God, dog. Hold on, y'all. Fuck. I'm trying to get, you know how they be like, what are you about to do with my picture? Type shit. Like, let me just make this whole bigger. The fuck is you doing? Go back. Just fucking open. Add to photos. Okay, let's just do it that way. Fuck it. Fuck it. YOLO. It's for the cause. It's for the cause. Like, you're telling me that this is a John? You're telling me that that bitch right there is a fucking John? John, why are they rubbing you like that? John, why are they touching you like that? That's a bitch. That's a bitch. Like, you got me fucked up. Like, you're not about to sit here and tell me that's a John. Add to. No. I want to add this to photos. This is a better one. Like, you can't sit there and fucking tell me that that's a John. Like, that's not a fucking John. But it relates to transgender being knowledge back when. Yes. Also true, but like, fuck. Like, that's a Mary, bro. That is a Mary. But like, even look, so like, this is what I was talking about. Let me get my pen off of here so I can point. Sorry for the small picture, but like, this is what I was this is what I'm talking about, right? Spring, summer, fall, winter. And it's divided by the 4 legs on the table. And then like, you see how they're, and I never noticed it, like they're all clustered into 3s. And not for anything, we only see Jesus's feet for real. And a lot of the new pictures, they have like shit down here to cover up the legs. Also, guess how many fucking panels are in this picture? 12. 4 on each side, 3, 4. That's 12. Somebody was also saying, like, if you look at the, then like, even with the bread and the glasses, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 glasses on the table. The holy, like the Trinity was not drinking, right? Oh my God, I have to go. So did John go to the bathroom during the picture? Oh no, you mean John Mary? Because there's like people like they say that this is John. They say that's John, that like that's Mary, because we know that this is the Holy Trinity, or the vessel, or the, what do you call it? The Holy Grail, which is a woman's womb, right? I'm going to watch the Da Vinci Code today. That's one of the movies that, like, makes my mouth water. I'll be taking real life notes. Like, look at that. Toxic ass cancer, bro. You see that? You see that toxic ass cancer? Like, my guy, why are you pushing him out of the way to get the tea? Why is Judas pushing that motherfucker out the way to get the tea, betraying Jesus? His ass shouldn't have even been at this god doggone dinner. Supper. And then Aquarius is like, me? The Pisces like, hey, yo, chill out, bro. The Capricorn's like, bro, we got to do this work. Get your ass, come on, bro. We got to do the work. The Sagittarius is like, hey, yo, baby. What's up, baby? We have the Scorpio that's trying to, like, make sides. Then we have the Libra that's like, but if you think about it, if you really think about it, Jesus, the Virgo, God, dog. We got the Cancer going over the Leo, and the Leo's like, bitch, what the fuck is you doing? Right. The Gemini's like, shit, I'm gonna mind my fucking business. Look, I ain't doing shit. I'm minding my fucking business. Then the Taurus is like, you want these hands? You want these hands? You want these hands? And then the Aries is like, I'm gonna watch if shit pops off. Like, I'm gonna help you. I be telling y'all. Like, look, like, we get, like, what's going on? We getting the vibes? I was like, yo, what the fuck? That's it. I'm leaving. Bye. I have to go now. My mouth is too watery. And it's too juicy. I gotta go. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.